Hello again, welcome to class 205. 205. Let's finish our vocabulary from yesterday. We almost finished yesterday, but not quite. Almost, but not quite. Si no digo lo mismo, not quite means, ay, pero casi, pero por los peros no. Not quite. So let's finish. Ocurrir is to happen. Ahora, to happen is, ¿qué ocurrió? What happened? What happened? What is el sujeto aquí? No hay sujeto. What happened? No hay verbo auxiliar. What happened? ¿Qué es lo que ocurre todos los días aquí? What happens here? Pero eso es un poco forzado. What's going on? What is it? Oye, ¿qué pasa aquí, What's going on? Así se dice. Sé mucho barullo en la habitación de al lado y no puedo. And I can't teach on the radio, on the television. I'll tell Marta, cut. And I'll go out and I'll go to the next door and I open it. What's going on here? Pero ¿qué pasa aquí? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on is ¿qué pasa? Cuando hay barullo, hay movimiento. What's going on? What happens is ¿qué es lo que sucede? What happens when you make a mistake, Richard? ¿Qué ocurre cuando te das cuenta que te has equivocado? De punto. What happens? Nothing happens. I rectify, and you don't notice. All right? What happens? To happen. Yes, to happen. Oír, to hear. Can you hear me? Hello, hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? That microphone doesn't work, but this one does. So, you hear me through this microphone. Yeah. You hear me through this microphone. You don't hear me through that microphone. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If I move this way, can you still hear me? If I move over here, can you still hear me? If I sit back, can you still hear me? If I sit up and lean on the table, can you still hear me? Yeah? Can you hear me okay? All right. To hear. I can hear you. Te oigo. En inglés siempre te puedo oír. Siempre con el verbo poder. I can hear you. Bueno, puedes ser sin oír, sin poder, perdona. Yo oigo chistes todos los días. I hear jokes every day. I hear strange noises every day. Every day I hear Olegario upstairs with his drill. I hear. But I can't hear it now. Where's Olegario today? I don't know. I don't know. To hear. Yesterday I heard. Con añadir una D, la letra D al final, la pronunciación cambia. Heard. Oí un pájaro. I heard a bird. Riemann. I didn't hear a bear. I heard a bird. You heard a bird? Yes, I heard a bird. Un británico diría, I heard a bird. I didn't hear a bear. A bear. I heard a bird. Where did you hear a bird? Where did you hear a bird? I heard a bird in Bern. In Bern. The capital of Switzerland. Berna. Yes. In English, Berne. Pronunciation Bern. Yes. When were you in Bern? ¿Cuándo estuviste en Berna? When were Bern? When were you in Bern? I was in Bern last year. And what happened? I heard a bird. You heard a bird in Bern? Yeah. You were in Bern and you heard a bird. Yes. Británico diría, oh, you heard a bird in Bern. How interesting. You heard a bird in Bern. But when were you? When were you in Bern? All right. La pronunciación, Estoy siempre con ello, ¿a que sí? So, oír is to hear. Every day I hear, yesterday I heard. Every day I hear a joke. Every day Marta tells me a joke. Yesterday I heard 2 jokes, right? You told me 2 jokes. Yes, you told me 2 jokes yesterday. Vivir, to live. To live. Shakespeare, Hamlet said to be or not to be. But really, he was saying to live or not to live. Because Shakespeare was contemplating suicide. And he said, ser o no ser, but it really vivir o no, seguir viviendo o no. To live or not to live and let live. Vivir y dejar vivir, live and let live. Mudarse, moverse, move. I'm going to move to my left. Now I'm going to move back to the center. Now I'm going to move to my right. Now I'm going to move forward. Now I'm going to move backward. Now I'm moving. Now I'm going to move my hands. Watch. I'm moving my hands. I'm moving my hands in front of me and in front of you. I'm moving. Desplazar, mover. I'm moving. Y digo watch porque quiero que te fijes en la acción. Si quiero que mires mis manos, digo look. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. Look. Pero si hago, watch. Watch. All right? Watch my hands. Look. Okay. To move. To move también es trasladarse o moverse. Desplazamiento. In the class yesterday, aquí hay un duende aquí en este estudio. There's a spirit in this room. Because yesterday, when the class started, luego vuelves atrás y mira lo de ayer, okay? The cup was right here. When the class was over, the cup was there. The cup moved 2 or 3 centimeters during the class, and I didn't move it. Se escribe move, se pronuncia move, como una U española. I didn't move the cup myself. The cup moved during the class. Se desplazó. It moved 2 or 3 centimeters to my left. So I have Marta and I are convinced that there is a spirit in this room. Helping? Maybe. I hope helping. Now I'm going to move the cup back to the proper place, to the right place, to move. Y por último, to move is mudanza, o sea, de mudarse, trasladarse de casa, to move. Yes, to move. When I was 9, my family moved from Houston, Texas to Tulsa, Oklahoma. When I was 2 years old, a little boy, my family moved to New York City. When I was 3, my family moved back to Texas. When I was 18, I moved to Dallas, Texas. I moved from Tulsa to Dallas, Texas to attend the university. When I was 20, 2 years later, I moved here. I moved to Madrid for 1 year, for 1 academic year. And then I moved back to Texas, but I didn't move to Dallas. I moved to Austin, Texas to complete my university studies at the University of Texas. And then, after finishing, después de que terminase, o después de terminar, after finishing my degree, mi titulación, mis estudios, I moved back to Madrid. I came back here. I flew back to Madrid. I moved to Madrid. Yes, to move. So move is trasladarse. Y por último, uno más, leer to read. Read. El pasado es red, igual que el color rojo. This pencil is red? Yeah, it's red. Red. Leí una página roja. I read a red page. Sin embargo, se escribe read, igual que es. That's the problem with English. The spelling is crazy. The infinitive and the present tense is read. Escrito read. Pronunciado read. El pasado se escribe igual, read, pero se pronuncia red, como rojo. Red. Red. Y hay muchos más ejemplos iguales con otras palabras. Lead, led, whatever. Read. So, I read, the first time I read Don Quixote de la Mancha, well, the first time I read sections, I was 14. Yes. 14 or 15. I read the part about Dulcinea. Yes, del Toboso. I read, but I was just only excerpts from Don Quixote. I read Don Quixote from start to finish when I was 21. I read it a second time in English when I was 30, more or less. Yes. I read The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky when I was 22. I read War and Peace by Tolstoy 4 years ago. Yes. I read Fortunata in Jacinta by Galdós when I was 21 or 20 or 21. I read La Celestina by Fernando de Rojas. The first time, I've read it twice, when I was 21. Yes. I read Los Siete Libros de la Diana when I was 21. Novela pastoral from the 16th century. I read La Ferida de Tormes when I was 22. No. Yes. No. I think so. When I was 22, I read La Ferida de Tormes. I read Moby Dick by Herman Melville when I was 15. All right. So to read. Every day I read something. Yesterday I read several things. I read the newspaper, electronic newspaper. I read the sports. I read the sports in the United States. I read a little bit from Sanchez Albornoz. I read a little bit from another book, etc. Read. All right. Point 18. Otra vez. Dios mío. Qué pesado este. Soy. Going back to regular verbs. Yes, Richard, yes. When you were little, did you belong to the Boy Scouts? No, I didn't. I didn't belong, pertenecer. I didn't belong to the Boy Scouts. When I was 9 years old, I belonged to the Cub Scouts. Cachorros del Boy Scouts, the first level. Boy Scout, Cub Scout, Boy Scout, Eagle Scout. But I didn't like it. So I dropped out. But for maybe 4 months, maybe I belonged to the Boy Scout, to the Cub Scouts. Richard, did you belong to a baseball team? Oh, yes. Every year I belonged to a baseball team. Did you belong to a secret organization when you came to Spain? No, I didn't belong to a secret organization when I came to Spain. Richard, yes. When you came to Spain, did you belong to the CIA? The CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency. No, I didn't. When I came to Spain, I didn't belong to the CIA. Well, when did you belong to the CIA? Never. I have never belonged to the CIA. I'm not a member, and I wasn't a member when I came to Spain. To belong. Richard, did you believe everything your primary school teacher told you? When I was in primary school, yes, I believed, creía todo. I believed everything my primary school teachers taught me. And I still believe everything they told me and taught me. Todo lo que me dijeron y lo que me enseñaron. I still believe today everything they told me and everything they taught me. My primary school teachers taught me that 2 plus 2 equals 4, and I still believe it, even though some people say it's not true. I still believe that Pluto is a planet, even though the astronomers say it's not a planet. It's lost its membership in the solar system. All right. So, but I believed. Yes, I believed. And things. All right, copy. Hey, Richard, yeah. Did you copy on your exams in high school? In high school? In secondary school? If I copied on the tests and exams? No, I didn't copy. I was a good student. Come on, Richard. Tell the truth. Surely you copied sometimes. Very seldom. Very what? Very seldom. What does seldom mean? Seldom means muy pocas veces, raramente. Rarely, seldom, hardly ever. Casi nunca is hardly ever. Copied. In primary school more than secondary, yeah. In secondary, no. I didn't copy. Did you copy in the university? No, I didn't copy in the university. Never. Copied. Did you cover? How many points did you cover in the last class? In the last class. I covered only 1 point. Translation booklet and vocabulary. I only covered 1 point here. I covered point 17. Cubrí el punto 17. I covered point 17. Today I'm trying to cover point 18. Covered, yes. And did Christopher Columbus discover America or China? It's a silly question. Columbus discovered America. Did he discover it in 1492 or in 1493? He discovered America. He discovered it in 1492. But did he cross the Atlantic in 1493? Yes, he crossed the Atlantic in 1493, but that was his second voyage. In 1492, Columbus sailed, navegó, the ocean blue. And in 1493, Columbus sailed the deep blue sea. Okay, so in both years. He also crossed the Atlantic in 1498, and finally, he crossed the Atlantic in 1504. He made 4 voyages across the Atlantic Ocean and back. Did he die in Spain? Yes, he did. Where did he die? Where did he die? Who? Columbus. Yeah, where did he die? I think he died in Valladolid. Ah. Did Cervantes die in Valladolid? I don't know. Where was he born? Miguel de Cervantes. He was born in Alcalá de Henares. Did he die in Alcalá? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe he died in Valladolid too. Or maybe he died in Madrid. I don't remember where he died. Where did Napoleon die? Where did Napoleon died in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, did his ship sink? No, his ship didn't sink in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. He died on an island. Yeah. What was the name of the island? The name of the island was St. Helena. Santa Elena. St. Helena Island. Where is it? It's in the middle of nowhere. En medio de la nada. Yes, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of the central South Atlantic, between Africa and South America. Right in the middle, more or less. All right, right in the middle. All right, so, did you earn a lot of money last year? Yes, I earned a lot of money last year. Really? How much money did you earn? I earned 40 million euros last year. Come on, Richard. No, you didn't. Did you really earn 40 million euros last year? Yeah, I earned 40 million. What about it? What about it? Ike. I don't believe you. Well, yesterday you believed me when I said I could turn invisible, but now you didn't earn 30. Well, how much did you earn? I earned a lot less than 40 million euros. Yeah, but did you earn your salary in dollars or in euros? I earned my salary in euros. Okay. And did you learn Spanish in Spain or before coming to Spain? I learned the structure of Spanish before coming to Spain. But I finished the job here in Spain. All right. Did you cry? Did you cry when your first dog died? My first dog, yes, I cried when my first dog died. Yeah. Did you cry when John Kennedy was assassinated? No, I didn't cry. I was shocked. I was surprised, but I don't remember crying. I didn't cry when John Kennedy was assassinated. Did you cry the last time you burned your finger in the kitchen? No, I didn't cry. The last time I burned my finger in the kitchen. Did you explain the simple past yesterday? Well, no, I didn't explain it. I practiced it. You and I practiced the simple past yesterday, but I didn't explain it. Well, when did you explain the simple past? I explained it 2 months ago or maybe 6 weeks ago. I explained it. Lo expliqué. El pasado simple. I explained it about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I think. When did you explain the modal verb can? I explained it 4 months ago. I don't remember. Do you remember can? I can do it, he can do it, she can do it, they can, weekend. ¿Cómo se dice fin de semana? Weekend. Pero así se pronuncia, nosotros podemos. Cuando es afirmativo. We can go. We can go. We can go on the weekend. We can. When can you come? We can, etc. But that's not today, eh? We'll come back to can in the future. But more with I'm on the first column of regular verbs. When did you join the Cub Scouts? I joined the Cub Scouts when I was 9 years old. When did you leave the Cub Scouts? I think I left the Cub Scouts when I was still 9 years old. When did you join the FBI? I didn't join the FBI. I haven't joined the FBI. When did you join the CIA? I'm not a member of the CIA. When did you join the Army? Ingresar al ejército. I didn't join the Army. When did you join this company? I didn't join this company. I formed this company. I started this company myself. I created this company. I didn't join it. I started it. When did you form this company? I formed it a long time ago. Richard, be more specific, please. Be more specific. When did you form this company? I formed it, I created it, I started it, I formed it 43 years ago. A long time ago. I formed it before you were born, probably. Eh? When were you born? You were born in 1978. Okay. I formed it 1 year before you were born. And you, when were you born? In 1961, well, I formed this company, 61, 16 years after you were born. All right. I formed this company 2 years after Franco died. Well, not true. I formed this company a year and 4 months after Franco died. Franco died in November 1975, and I formed this company in February 1977. Richard, who was the Prime Minister of Spain when you formed this company? Adolfo Suarez was the Prime Minister of Spain when I formed this company. Who was the Vice President of the government when you formed this company? Fernando Abril Martorell. Fernando Abril Martorell was the Vice President of Spain, of the government, when I formed this company. But I can't continue. I have to go. See you tomorrow.